शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So, the auspicious occasion of Kartika Masam, which by some calendars has already started, by some other calendars it has started today, be that as it may. We are getting to discuss Srimad Ramayana at Ayodhyakaanda, and we finished 28 Sarga. So in the last session, in a little hurried way, I finished that Sarga. There are some very beautiful points mentioned in that Sarga, so we might consider them as some secrets mentioned in those Sarga. As Rama Upasakas, Rama Bhaktas, etc., might want to look at it with that angle. Also, some insights that you itself presented, right, in the group about a devotee getting into the forest of transactional world, forest of day-to-day affairs, and yet wanting to remain with Bhagavan, etc. So that is also there. So something that I wanted to point out, I just mentioned it in the passing, but just maybe I did not emphasize so much on it, which is that on in the previous sarga. तो नाहं शक्या महाभाग निवर्तयितुमुद्यता साहं त्वया गमिष्यामि वनमध्ये न संशयः नाहं शक्या महाभाग निवर्तयितुमुद्यता. This I told you. So is the Shakti cannot be independent of Shaktiman at all. So that is, it is impossible even for Bhagavan. That's what she's trying to say. This also I mentioned. And also Agrataste Gamishyami. So this Agrataste Gamishyami, this also I told you. So it's like the light, I don't know if I gave this example. So the source of the light, let's say the flame and the light that spreads around, so the light reaches you first and the flame. So like that, they show some minute difference. Of course, that is not Vedanta. This is all some kind of upasana. In upasana, they speak like that. So they give some words for that. Now I forget. So that flame is the sthanu, and then achala, and then the light that is spreading from that flame is the lalita. So that which is spreading over and playing, and that is aruna. So arunachala, they say it is that Brahman and Shakti residing together, that is called arunachala. Then this Lalita is also that, so they call it Samayachara. So both are in the same Adhisthana, where the flame is, there the light also is, where the light is, there the flame also is. This is called Samayachara, etc. So some things I thought, so were hinted there without going into those things into detail. One more insight I was thinking about, and I thought I should mention is, you see, ultimately why Sita Devi had to go to. So this is as Rama Bhakta. So Upasana things we are not initiated into such vidya, so we can keep that aside. Perhaps at least I am not. As Rama Bhaktas also we can view why Sita Devi is required to go to the forest, you see. So Rama will go and then put an end to all the Rakshasas. What about those Rakshasi trees will be there, in Lanka, etc. So two reasons I was thinking about for Sita Devi to follow. One is that Rakshasi tree. So them also somebody has to protect ultimately. So protect as in, so somebody has to give them ultimate shelter from the samsara, etc. So Rama is not like Krishna, like he freed so many women from Jarasandha's prison, and then there was nobody to take care of them. So Krishna accepted 16,100 princesses and queens like that because nobody else was ready to take care of them. Rama was prepared to take care. Krishna was ready to take care of them. He married them. Rama is not going to be like that. Parastri is not going to look at. So Sita Devi had to go to, I felt like that Sita Devi had to go to, bless them ultimately. There's a very beautiful shloka in Sundarakanda. Perhaps you must be aware. So Trijata says this actually. So what is the shloka? Pranipata prasannahi maithili janakatmaja alamesha paritratum rakshasyo mahato bhayat. So she tells that Rakshasis who are troubling her, so with their words, they are torturing her. So each of them will say, I will eat your liver, I will eat your heart, like that. They will be dividing Sita's body parts, those Rakshasis. Trijata will wake up from her swapnam, etc. That we will see, God willing, when we go to Sundarakanda. There Trijata will say, this Sita, so alamesha paritratum. This one Sita is alone to save us, he Rakshasi Stris. So Rakshasyaha, he Rakshasyaha Mahato Bhayat. From the greatest fear, she alone is enough capable of giving us shelter. That is, she is capable of removing that fear. What is that Mahat Bhayam? So Mahat Bhayam is Samsara Bhayam only. So she is capable. And then she nicely says, perhaps Valmiki wanted to say it through the mouth of Trijata. So Pranipata Prasannahi Maithili Janakatmaja. This Maithili, this Janakatmaja is Pranipata Prasanna. If you do Namaskaram to her, she is extremely happy. In fact, she gives shelter to all these Rakshasi Stris when Hanuman, somebody comes to tell Sita Devi that Rama, so Ravana Yuddham is over, Ravana has been, killed, and then message will come from Rama to come now. And then Hanuman will offer, so these people, that day I heard from the Chimshpa Vriksham when you were sitting there, from the tree top, I heard these people were troubling you, shall I put an end to them? So Sita Devi will give them Abhayam. No, don't trouble them, etc. She will give Abhayam to those Rakshasi Stris also. So somebody had to take care of them. Therefore, she also had to go. And secondly, you see, there's a very beautiful kriti of Tyagaraja, Nannu Palimpaga, Nannu Palimpa Nadachi Vachitiva. Hey Rama, to protect me or to bless me, you have come all the way walking. So some story they say for Tyagaraja's daughter's wedding, it seems. He's one of his disciples. So got one Rama painting done, and then he brings in correctly at the time of the Muhurtam, he comes walking with the Rama painting. They say some story, we don't know whether it's true, at least I don't know it's true or not. So at that time he sang this song, they say. So Nannu Palimpa, to protect me or to bless me. So Nadachi Vachitiva, you have come walking, have you come walking to protect me? There he says, you see, Karad in the last line, Karadhrita Shara Kodanda Kantito Dharani Dharani Tanayato Tyagarajanuta Nannu Palimpa Nadachi Vachitiva. So you have come all the way walking. So the forest, the rishis will think like that, so they will be, as in I'm saying, I'm getting goosebumps. So imagine how much they must be feeling happy. Rama is coming by himself. You see, Rama Avtara's speciality is he will go to all those places, to all the places where rishis are there. He will go and give darshan. And to all the places where Rakshasas are there, he will go and kill there, So Rama's specialty is like that. So to all these rishis, he has to give darshan along with Sita Devi. So Dharani Tanayato. So whenever that line comes, that line catches me always. So it moves me a lot. So it comes in the last line of the song. Till there, actually, he never says whom is he talking about. So you are blue in color, you are having pearl necklaces, etc. But who's he talking about? Karadhrita Shara Kodanda Kantito. There can be somebody else also, who's wielding bow and arrow. And lastly, he says, Dharani Tanayato. Dharani Tanaya is the Sita Devi, daughter of Mother Earth. It's a very beautiful song. So to give blessings or to protect those rishis, munis also, these people together, they have to go. So that will add to their joy, So that Sita Rama together have come to give us darshan, etc. So anyway, it's a little deviation. Now we have to enter into the 28th Sarga. It's a small Sarga. Hopefully we will finish it in this session itself. Atha Ashtavimsha Sargaha. So in this Sarga, Rama is going to give a lesson on about forest life. How is it going to be? Perhaps, hey Sita, you are thinking it's going to be very easy forest life. No, don't think like that. It's not at all going to be easy. It's going to be very, a lot of dukkham will be there in forest. In fact, most of the shlokas in this Sarga will end like, so, Ato Dukkataram Manam, Ato Dukkataram Manam. Therefore, Vanam is Dukkataram. Dukkataram is comparative. So than staying in palaces in Ayodhya and Mithila, you have stayed earlier, now Ayodhya you are staying. It's not going to be like that. Dukkataram. Vanam is going to be Dukkataram. Compared to this, it's going to be very difficult to stay, etc. So many shlokas, we will see out of this entire chapter has 26 shlokas. So about 15, 16 shlokas will have like this, I suppose. Let us see. And then today, as I was reading this, it felt to me that perhaps you see in this entire one Sarga, he is scolding Vanam as though. So Dukkataram Manam, etc. That's why in Krishna Avtara, most of his leelas he did, in Vrindavanam only. So Vrindaranyam, etc. So Vrindaranyam, Swapada Ramanam, Plavishad Gita Kirti. I keep telling this, I like this shloka a lot. Barha Pidam Natavarapupu, etc. So there Vrindaranyam, why did he stay and do so many leelas in the forest? In Rama Avtara also, he has done so many leelas in the forest. But extra leelas he has done in Krishna Avtaram. Perhaps he felt bad. This Vanam, I kept scolding so much in this Ramavatara, so some kind of compensation. I felt like that while reading this Sarga today. Let us see. So she said, Sita Devi said, I am happy, I will come. So, Phalamulashana Nityam Bhavishyami Nasamshayaha Ate Dukkham Karishyami Nivasanti Tvaya Sada. I will eat Phalamulams, etc., and then I will not trouble you anything. So that's what Sita Devi, I will not cause you any trouble. But Rama is going to say, even for you, by living by yourself without troubling me also, it's going to be difficult. That is one thing he will say. And then you see how Valmiki nicely connects with the previous Sarga, how he ended and how he's starting this Sarga. For example, the last shloka of that Sarga was, so last line was, Uvacha Chainam Bahusannivartane Vane Nivasasya Cha Dukkhitam Prati. So the Dukkhitam Sitam Prati. So towards, addressing that Sita. So towards that Sita who is Dukkhita, he spoke many things. So Bahusat here, Sat means Sambhavat Bahu Hetu Jatam Uvacha. So Bahusat Uvacha, all the possible dukkham that will be in the vanam, he started speaking about. That's how Valmiki ends there. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last session. Dukkhitam Prati is one patha and Dukkhatam Prati is one patha. So what is the correct patha? Both seem to be all right. Going by the next chapter, this 28th chapter, whatever Rama is speaking, Dukkhitam Prati, suppose you say. So towards, he's addressing these words towards that Sita who is sad, because Rama is telling you stay here and I will go. She is sad. Therefore, towards that sad Sita, he is speaking. That is one way. That is also true because he's going to say, so he's pacifying her sadness, etc. Valmiki is going to say. And Dukkhatam Prati means, so what is the Dukkha? So Dukkhatam Prati means all the Dukkha Hetus that are there in the Vanam. About that he is going to speak. So those words he started speaking, like that it ended. So both are true. Like I told you, entire Sarga is going to be Dukkham Ato, Dukkham Manam Ato, Dukkham Manam, etc. So Dukkhatam Prati also seems to be a nice patha. So Dukkhitam Prati is Tilakakara's patha in the text here, but in the commentary he has written Dukkhatam Prati. So perhaps this person who edited the text should have written it as Dukkhatam Prati, because in commentary Tilakakara follows that, and mostly in this book Tilakakara's version is taken in the Moolam and all Pathantarams are mentioned in the footnote. So as a side, I haven't even started the Sarga, but let me mention this also. Somebody told this long back, not much deviations or what should I say, not many differences in Ramayanam is there like that. Somebody made a comment actually, but it doesn't seem to be so true. There are a lot of Patha Vedas. In fact, in every page, at least 6-7 Patha Vedas will be there. And in a page, on an average, you will have about 8 shlokas only, 7 to 8 shlokas, because a lot of commentary will be there. So you can imagine in 7 to 8 shlokas, there are 7 to 8 Patha Vedams, means almost in every shloka there is a Patha Vedam. I'm not saying it as a defect or anything, but just an observation. So because we are studying so much, so maybe I thought I should make that comment also on record. I have mentioned to that person personally, I suppose. So anyway, Athashtavinshas Sargaha Sa Evam Bruvatim Sitam Dharmajnam Dharmavatsalah Nanetum Kurute Buddhim Vane Dukkha Nichintayan Sa Evam Bruvatim Saha Ramaha Evam Bruvatim Sitam. So to that Sita, so Evam Bruvatim Sitam Netum Buddhim Nakurute. So he is not deciding to take this Sita. So this kind of Sita, Rama is not making up his mind to take this Sita along with him. What kind of Sita? Evam Bruvatim. So like this, the Sita who's speaking thusly, that kind of Sita, who's Dharmajna. She knows what is Dharma very well. In fact, Rama is going to, slip off the tongue. He's going to say, I felt like that when reading this in the evening today. Slip of the tongue he's going to show. So he's going to say something. When we go there, I will tell you. So he himself is as though accepting that Sita has to come in. We will go there. I'm just building up suspense purposefully. So Dharmajnam Sita. Sita who knows the Dharma very well. That is, Rama is going to say in the forest, so many, these pujas, vratams, pitrukaryams, etc. we have to do. It's going to be very difficult. Therefore, you stay back here. Aisa kaisa hota hai. So she has to come. Therefore, you have to come, he has to say. Because all those karyams I have to do there also. Be that as it may, Dharmajnam Sitam, and then this Dharmavatsalaha Ramaha. So Rama is always Dharmavatsalaha, committed to Dharma. You should take Dharmavatsala that way. So he's always committed to Dharma. Rama, Chaganti Koteshwara always says, so Koteshwara Gauru always says, if you keep two things to Rama, so whether you want this or whether you want Dharma, and then opposite Dharma, you keep whatever, whatever the greatest thing that you can offer, you keep, he will always choose Dharma. That is Rama's, nature is like that. So this dharma vatsalaha, one who's committed to dharma, that Rama. So netum buddhim nakurute. So he is not deciding nakurute. He is not deciding to take her to the vanam. And then netum buddhim nakurute. Why is he not deciding? Why is he not prohibiting her from coming? Vane dukkhani chintayan. This is also a giveaway perhaps. So Rama actually would have preferred that Sita comes along with him. But then he's thinking in the Vanamayo, so many difficulties will be there. Why to put Sita through those difficulties? So personally, I would be happy if Sita comes with me, but for my happiness, why should I put her into trouble? Pane dukkhani chintayan. Because he's thinking of all the dukkhams in the Vanam, therefore he's not making up his mind to take Sita Devi along with him. You see, I have a friend. So anyway, I don't want to go through so many. His mother and my mother have been friends since childhood, and I also know him since childhood, etc. So he was a good person, very intelligent and all that. Suddenly, after losing touch for a lot of time, so suddenly one day I met him some years back in Skandagiri, and then I saw he's maintaining Shikha and all that. He came for some Anusham Puja there. So he told me, got transformed listening to Chaganti Koteshwara Gauru's pravachanams, and then by Paramacharya's life, etc., teachings. He maintains now Shikha, he does Sandhya Vandanam, etc. So twice he does, thrice he tries to do, I suppose. So when he always says, when I get married, and he got married also, I think this year only, or last year. So he says, when I get married, I would still follow all these, but I would not enforce it on my wife. I would leave it to her. I mean, if she's also okay, she will also wake up and do. If not, I don't enforce it upon her. So something like that Rama is also thinking. So whenever I give personal examples, I hope that these people don't watch these videos, which they are not going to anyway. But be that as it may. So vane dukkhani chintayan netum buddhim nakurute Ramaha. Saha Ramaha. Saha Ramaha is not there. It starts with Saha. That Rama means Rama who's prohibiting Sita from going. That kind of Rama. That Rama who is now beginning to show the defects of Vanavasam, etc. That Rama is not making up his mind to take Sita with him because he's thinking of all the dukkhams there in the forest. So Tilakakara makes one nice comment here. So Vane, you have to say Iva, it seems. He says here. So where is that? Yeah. Nanetum kurute Iva. So nakurute Iva, you should say. You should add one Iva. So he's not making up his mind as though. So then suppose you don't put that Iva. What I feel, why he put that Iva there is, suppose you don't put that Iva, then it would be like Rama is somebody, Rama has decided, then he's going back on his word. So suppose he has decided, no, I'm not going to take Sita with me. So then again, suppose he changes his mind. So Ramod Virnabhibhashate, that kind of pratigna which Rama has, it goes against that pratigna. So now he says, okay, I will take you. I have made up my mind, I will not take you. Then he will say, okay, no, now you can come. So aisa nahi ho sakta with Rama. Therefore, this Iva you should add, he says. In fact, this Iva comes in some place in this Sarga only, somewhere in a very nice way it comes, this Iva. Very significant importance of Iva. I hope I will remember when I go there, and let us see. So Tilakakara says, Nanetum kurute Iva, as though he is not decided to take Sita with him, he is speaking now. So Santvaitva tatastam tu bashpa dushitalocanam nivartanarthe dharmatma vakyameta duvachaha Santvaitva tataha tam tu. So tam means Sitam, that Sita who is bashpa dushita locanam. Very nice prayoga. So her eyes are so she has very beautiful eyes, but the tears that she's shedding because of that, the possible yoga that she's going to have with Rama, thinking of that, the tears that she's shedding, the tears are spoiling the beauty of the eyes of Sita Devi. That is what she is doing. Bashpa dushita lochana. Those bashpa tears are, as though spoiling the lochanam, the eyes of Sita Devi. So Rama is also wishing, Arey, your face is very beautiful, don't cry. If you cry, you're losing your beauty. Something like that. Rama is also perhaps saying something like that. So Santvaitva means so pacifying her, calming her down. Because she is Dukhitam, Dukhitam Prati. If you take Dukhitam Prati, then the Santvaitva also makes sense. He is pacifying her, don't worry. So like that he is saying Santvaitva. Tataha means thereafter. So after listening to all her words, Santvaitva, that Sitam, Bashpadushita Lochanam Santvaitva. So Nivartanarte Vakyam Etad Uvachaha. That ha means, so it seems it happened like that. So, etad vakyam uvacha. It seems Rama spoke these words. You see, this ha now and then when it comes now and then in Ramayana when you see. It's very important. You should remember that Lava and Kusha are actually narrating this entire story. So, it seems, that time what happened, that Rama began to speak like this to prohibit her from going to the forest, etc. So, ha indicates, it's sometimes Valmiki is as though reminding us of that entire story. Nivartanarthe vakyameta duvacha. He spoke these following words. Why? Nivartanarthe. To stop her from coming to the forest along with him. So this Rama, who's Dharmatma, he's Dharmatma, he knows Dharma very well. And then therefore, very dharmic suggestions he gave so far. Later also, this discussion will go front and back for some time. So this Dharmatma Rama spoke the following words. Site mahakulinasi dharmecha nirata sada ihacharaswadham tvam yatha me manasas sukham. Hey Site, Hey Sita, Mahakulinasi, you are born in a great kula. Dharmecha nidata sada, you have always been following the path of Dharma. Dharmecha sada nidata, you are always, you are steadfast in the path of Dharma. So, ihacharasva dharmam tvam. Iha means in this Ayodhya itself, you stay here and dharmam acharasva. So, Tvam dharma macharasva, you follow dharma. You stay here and follow the dharma. That is all the dharma that I suggested to you. So japa, tapa, etc. You do here. You serve Dasharatha and Kausalya, and then you know how you should behave with Bharata, etc. Whatever I told you, that you stay here and follow that dharma. Yatha me manasas sukham. If you follow like that, then I will be happy. That is one patha. Or ihacharasva dharmam tvam ma yatha manasas sukham. This is Govinda Raja's patha. He's saying, so don't say I like to come to forest with you, therefore I will come. So, dharmam acharasva. You stay here and do what is dharma and not ma yatha manasas sukham. Yatha manasaha sukham tatha ma. Don't do as and how you like to your mind. That is, don't say I will come along with you to the forest. Or even if you stay here, you follow dharma and don't live by as and how you like that you don't live. Anyway, one pathantaram. Ihacharasva dharmam tvam yatha me manasas sukham. Site yatha tvam vakshami tatha karyam Tvaya bale vane dosha hi bahovo vasatastan nibodhame. So somewhere here or for fifth shloka, Site, 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 3 times Rama is telling in third shloka, fourth shloka, fifth shloka. Tilakakara perhaps thought, how can Rama take Sita's name directly? I don't know why he didn't get this question earlier. In previous Sarga somewhere also he said Sita, etc. There is a I'm deviating a lot today, but anyway, so there is a Smriti Vakya. So Atmanama Guror Nama Namati Kripanasya cha Shreyah Kamo Nagrunniyat Jeshtha Patra Kalatrayoho. So these people's names, it seems, if you are Shreyah Kamaha, if you desire your own welfare, the names of these people you should never directly take. What is the names? Atmanama, your own name. Guroho Nama, the name of your Guru. And then Namati Kripanasya cha, Ati Kripanasya. So very miserly person or a very Papatma. Such a person's name also you should never take. And then Jeshtha Patya. So the eldest child, Jeshtha Patya, Kalatrayoho. So Kalatra is wife. So wife's name, etc. So you should not take directly. So, so how can Rama take Sita like that? He's telling. So Tilakakara is telling there. So Sita iti Kalatra nama grahanamapi dukkakula chittatva natanena nadoshaya. See, Rama is in dukkha. Therefore, it's okay. It's okay. Out of dukkha, he's speaking like this. But then Rama in dukkham also, how can he lose his, the control he has on his mind? Rama is a great hero. Therefore, dukkakula chittatva natanena nadoshaya. See, he's acting. He's a manusha avatara, so he's acting how normal human beings would be if they are overpowered by so much dukkha. Mind you, Rama, as soon as he saw Sita, he's also in the dukkha, which he was not when he was with Kausalya Devi. So because how a person would act when he is confronted with so much dukkha, he has to act like that. Therefore, in this context, a normal human being would have, just directly taken the wife's name while addressing her instead of saying, hey, Janakatmaja or like that. So, or they say, hey, so-and-so's mother. So suppose they had children by then. So Rama and Sita by then, they did not have children yet. But usually they say, so like Rama Mata, they say, Kausalya, they tell Rama Mata. Why to say like that? Because so Dasharatha, I think, mentioned like that, Rama Mata. So Rama Mata, Kausalya. Why to say like that? Because she's Kalatra. You cannot take name directly. So hey, Rama's mother, like that. So he should have said like that. So Janakatmaja, something like that. Hey, Vaidehi, he could have said. But Sita, Sita, he's telling, because normally a human being in such dukkha, he would not have thought about such intricacies and he would have given up, such small dharmams he may have given up. Therefore, Rama is also acting like that, he's telling, therefore, na doshaya. So, he is acting, but he is acting in a very natural way. This is how a person who is overpowered by dukkha would speak. So, Rama is also speaking like that because he has to act like a complete human being. Sita, hey Sita, yatha tvam bakshyami tatha karyam tvaya bale. Hey abale. Hey abale means hey meek one. So today feminist people will beat us. Hey abala. Abala means so hey meek one. So abala is usually used for women in kavyams, etc. Yatha tvam bakshyami tatha karyam tvaya. So hey Sita, you should act in such a way as I have told you so far. Vane dosha hi bhavaha vasataha tan nibodhame. Don't say I will come along with you to the forest. Vane bahavaha doshaha. He means because. Why should you act like how I said? That is, you stay back here and serve Kausalya, etc. All that I said, you should act that way. Why? Because Vane bahavaha doshaha. There are many defects in staying in a forest. The defects, the entire Sarga is going to be about that. He's going to say vasataha. So Vane vasataha bahavaha doshaha. For a person who's living in a forest, Vane vasataha means for a person who's living in a forest, bahavaha doshaha. Many doshams. Here, dosham means dukkha. So, I think I wrote it down. Yeah, so dush vaikritye, that is a dhatu, because dosha here you see it has come in two places here. That's why I thought I should mention it in second shloka. Bashpa dushita lochana. That also is from the same dhatu. Dush vaikritye. So what should I say? So it is what should I say? It is spoiling the beauty in that sense. Here also dosha is dukkham. In that also the same dhatu. So anything that is wrong, etc., that is called dosha, dush from the dhatu. This dukkham, here dosha means dukkham. Anyway, vane dosha hi bahavo vasatastan nibodhame. So for a person living in a forest, there are many difficulties that he has to face. Tan nibodhame. From me, I am going to tell. So nibodhame, please listen to me from me, whatever I am saying now. See, after listening to all this, somewhere in the next chapter or somewhere, Sita Devi is going to say, you don't need to give so much lecture. I know very well what are the dukkhams in the forest. Anyway, but he is still going to give. सीते विमुच्यतामेषा वनवास कृतामतिः बहुदोषं हिकान्तारं वनमित्यभिधीयते. हे सीता, so vimuchyatam esha vanavasa kritamatihi. This vanavasa kritamatihi, the mind that you have made up. See, vanavasa kritamatihi, the mind that you make up. You say, made up. I have made up my mind like this, we say. That's that krita here. So vanavasa kritamatihi, the mind that you have made up to go to the forest. Esha matihi, this mind, vimuchyatam, may it be abandoned. Please don't be adamant like that. I will come with you to the forest. Please don't say like that. Why? Bahudosham hi kantaram vanamityabhidhiyate. So this kantaram, vanam is so kantaram means vanam, forest. Why kantaram? So kantaram gahanatva dushpravesham is called kantaram. Kantaram means that which is impenetrable. Why it's impenetrable? Because it is gahana, etc. It is impenetrable, therefore it's called impenetrable. So kantaram vanam bahudosham. Bahudosham here means lot of dukkham is there. That is how people describe abhidhiyate. So vanam, kantaram vanam, bahudosham abhidhiyate. People describe vanam as a place where lot of dukkham will be there. Therefore, please don't say I will also come with you, because you have to face all those dukkhams and I don't want you to face all those dukkhams there. Hita buddhya khalu vacho mayaitad abhidhiyate sada sukhan najanami dukkham eva sada vanam. So hita buddhya khalu vacho maya etad abhidhiyate. Etad vachaha, these words that I am telling you, hita buddhya khalu abhidhiyate. I am telling with wishing your welfare. So tava hita buddhya abhidhiyate. I am speaking these words out of your welfare. Not so commentators are telling, don't think so. Natu tvad bharanadi prayasopadhi upadhina ityarthaha. So Tilakakara is telling, tvad bharanadi prayasa upadhina na. I am not saying these words because I am wondering, if this Sita also comes. First of all, for me, living in forest is only difficult. When Sita also comes, an additional burden. Like that, I am not thinking. Don't think that this is the intention why I am stopping you. No, tava hita buddhya. So I have your welfare in mind, and therefore I am telling you, please, you need not come. You stay back here. Hitabuddhya khalu. So khalu means is it not? So yeah, so am I not? Don't you think I'm speaking out of your welfare? So hitabuddhya khalu vachaha maya etad abhidhiyate. Etad vachaha maya abhidhiyate are being spoken out of your welfare. Sada sukham na janami dukkham eva sadavanam. See, you might think, oh, Vanam is very nice. I also heard something about Vanam. It's very beautiful. So many beautiful nadi will be there. Fruits will be there. Somebody must have described to you, and you must have, had some fancy for going for Vanam. But that is not going to remain for long. That is what he's telling. Sada sukham najanami. I don't think Vanam is going to be always sukham like perhaps you are imagining. Dukkham eva sadavanam. In fact, if anything, Vanam is always going to be dukkham only. We have to live for 14 years, not 14 days. So 14 years. So initially some adhyasa, shobhana adhyasa, they say that will wear out. Initially, oh, Vanam, everything will be exciting. After that, it will be boring. Then it will be difficult also to live like that. So don't think Vanam will be always sukham. I have never heard of Vanavasam being always sukham. Sada sukham najanami. I don't think Vanavasam is going to be sada sukham. Here sukham means sukhadam you have to take, and dukkham means dukkhadam. I don't think Vanam is always going to be a source of sukha. In fact, if anything, dukkham eva sadavanam janami. As far as I know, Vanavasam is always going to be dukkhadam only. Dukkham you have to take as dukkhadam. So from now onwards, he is going to dukkham eva sadavanam, etc. He said. So from now onwards, he is going to elaborate on why dukkham in Vanavasam is dukkham. Giri nirjara sambhuta giri nirdaravasinam simhanam ninada dukkha shrotum dukkha matovanam. So giri nirjara sambhutaha ninadaha. Ninadaha means sounds. There are going to be two kinds of very heart-wrenching sound. That is very fearsome, frightful sounds will be there in the forest. We will be passing nicely, peacefully. Suddenly these sounds we will hear and it will terrify us. So those terrifying sounds, two sounds. What are that? Giri nirjara sambhutaha ninadaha. Giri nirjara. Nirjara means waterfall. So Giri nirjara means waters falling from high mountains. So Giri nirjara sambhutaha ninadaha. So sounds that are emanating from these waters which are falling from high mountains. Those sounds, and Giri nirdara vasinam simhanam ninadaha. So simhanam ninadaha, the sounds of lions. What kind of lions? Giri nirdara vasina. Nirdari. Nirdari means cave. So Giri nirdara vasi. Giri nirdari vasina. So simhas that reside in mountain caves. They say like that. So it's called den, I think so. Lion lives in its den. So which is a cave in the mountain. So these lions who live in mountain caves, their sounds also. So Giri nirdari vasinam simhanam ninadaha shrotum dukkhaha. These two sounds are very, very terrifying to listen to. Shrotum dukkhaha dukkham atovanam. So like I was saying in the beginning, entire sarga is dukkham ataha dukkham. Therefore this vanam is dukkham. Vanavasam is going to be dukkhadam. And then dukkataram he is going to say, when he says dukkataram, you should take it as difficulter than living in Ayodhya, or like how you lived in Mithila, etc. Giri nirjara sambhuta giri nirdarivasinam simhanam ninada dukkha shrotum dukkha matovanam. So this nirdari is one. Usually it's not so Ramayanam, like perhaps you must have noticed by now, most words are very easy to understand. This nirdari is one word which is not very apparently easily understood. So nirdari is guha, this cave. क्रीडमानाश्च विस्रब्धा मत्ता शून्ये तथा मृगाः दृष्ट्वा समभिवर्तन्ते सीते दुःखमतोवनम. हे सीते अतः दुःखम वनम. This is also one more reason why vanam is going to be dukkam. Vanam here means vanavasam. You should take it as. So क्रीडमानाश्च विस्रब्धाः मत्ताः शून्ये तथा मृगाः. So mrigaha, wild animals in the forest. So क्रीडमानाः, शून्ये क्रीडमानाः. I think Govindaraja interprets like that. शून्ये क्रीडमानाः. So they are, so nicely they are sporting in shunya, means in one way is to say in empty lands they are, they are just roaming here and there, those wild animals. Or shunye, Govindaraja I think says so. So this shunya is nirmanushya pradeshe. So there are no human beings in that forest, and in such places these animals are sporting, roaming around nicely here and there. Kridamanaha mrigaha. So they are mattaha, because there are no human beings around, nobody is a threat to them. Therefore, they are going to be very arrogant and etc. I mean, they are going to be, I don't know, very fierce. They are going to be, and then visrabdhaha. So drishtva Visrabdhaha. Suppose they see a human being, they become Visrabdha. So Visrabdhaha, even without Drishtva, you can say Visrabdhaha means Nishankaha. So they have no hesitation. Very freely they roam about in the forest because the Shunya Pradesha. That is, so there is no Janata movement there. Such kind of forest it is. Therefore, Visrabdhaha, freely they keep moving. Mattaha, they are, very proud and arrogant kind of animals. They will be, because they have never seen a threat. That's the point. Now, Drishtva here means Janan Drishtva. Suppose they see us now passing by the forest. Samabhivartante. Samabhivartante means they come immediately, they pounce or attack us. They come towards us to kill. That's how commentators are saying. Samabhivartante means coming towards us for killing. So these animals which are used to freely roaming in the forest, as soon as they see suddenly these new people from somewhere they have come, then out of fear of these new people, immediately their instinct will say, go and kill. So they will come, at once they will come running. And if you are not alert, then God knows what will happen. So therefore, he site dukkha mato vanam sagraha saritaschaiva pankavatiyastu dustaraha mattairapi gajair nitya mato dukkataram vanam. So this saritaha here you should take as water bodies, So rivers, rivulets, etc. They are sagraha. Graha means crocodiles. So there will be crocodiles in the rivers, and then pankavatyaha. So there will be a lot of mire, etc. in the water. It's not going to be very easy to tread. So you will be walking, suddenly one streak or something will come, and then you have to cross it. But that crossing is not going to be easy. It will be very slippery. It will be pankayuktaha. So pankavatyaha saritaha. So that is, it will be slippery because mire, etc. Therefore, it will be slippery to cross, and moreover, sagraha, there will be crocodiles. So if you put one foot, immediately it will come and bite you. So, or rather capture you. So therefore, it is difficult. Dustaraha saritaha. So those saritaha are dustaraha. It's difficult to cross. So there are such water bodies in the forest. Therefore, it's difficult. And then mattaihi api gajaha nityam. Tilakakara says yuktaha, or yukta, you should say here. So anyway, Tilakakara says yuktam, you have to add. That is, this saritaha, this water bodies are also filled with these, very proud mother gajas will be there. So they are all very difficult to handle. These elephants also will be passing by. So they will come to drink water. Those elephants also will be there. That is one way. Or you can say better what I say Anvaya by Shiromanikara. He says, you see, so mattaihi gajaihi api dustaraha saritaha. Those water bodies are so slippery and filled with so many crocodiles that even powerful elephants cannot cross by those water bodies. What to speak about you and me? Therefore, he site dukkataram manam. Now, lata kantaka sankirna kritavakupanaditaha nirapascha sudukkhascha marga dukkamato vanam. So lata kantaka sankirnaha margaha. I think one of the commentator here says, okay, why should we go by those ways? We will go by the normal pathways. There will be some roads or something. People will be moving up and down. For that, some road would have been there. We will pass by those roads. Why do you say we will pass by, rivulets? Some animals will be there, that animals will be sporting by that land. We will go. Why do you say like that? So some pathways we will go by. Perhaps Sita, you might be thinking like that. But then those pathways, how they will be? Margaha. So pathways, how they will be? Lata kantaka sankirnaha. So a lot of wild creepers will be there. Thorns will be there. Kantaka means thorns. Lata kantaka sankirnaha. Filled with all these thorns, creepers, shrubs, etc. And then krikavaku upanaditaha. So krikavaku upanaditaha. That is, krikavaku means, so wild hen, wild cocks, and then wild and then actually Tilakakara gives two meanings. Sarata, yeah. So sarata, chameleons, lizards, it seems. Sarata, I don't know. This is from the dictionary, I'm telling you. Saratas will be there. But krikavaku usually means these wild hens, etc. So those wild hens will be there. And then they will be making sounds. That is one of the commentators saying, those sounds are alien to us. Suddenly we will be going and this krikavaku nada will come, and then we will be terrified. So hesite. And then nirapashcha sudukhashcha margaha. Those margaha will not be easily treadable. There will be sudukhaha margaha. And then nirapaha. Nirapaha means there will be no waters. So it's not like, okay, I'm walking, I feel thirsty. okay, one tap will be there and you can take water. Asan is not Tirupati Mala, so at points you will have water taps. It's not going to be like that. There will be no water for a very long distance. You should be prepared for all that. So better you don't come. Dukkhamato vanam supyate parnashayyasu swayam bhagna subhutale ratrishu shramakhinnena tasmat dukkhamato vanam. So, and then all day you have to walk, and then in the night you will feel apada, let us sleep, you will feel ratrishu shramakhinnena. So for a person who is tired now, shramakhinna means he's tired by all the effort he put during the day, walking, and some more effort he's going to tell later anyway. So shramakhinnena, by a person who's tired with all the work that he has done, ratrishu supyate, he has to sleep in the night. Where will he sleep? The shloka Govindaraja is very nicely explaining. I'm not reading the commentary, but I'm telling you his spirit. So bhutale supyate, here nicely on a Paryanka, on a bed you are sleeping, but in forest you have to sleep on the ground. Okay, I will sleep on the ground. No, what kind of bhutala it's going to be? Parnashayyasu bhutale. So, or you can say shayyasu supyate. On a bed you have to sleep, but then bhutale shayyasu. Bhutalam is the bed. And then, okay, not even bhutalam. Parnashayyasu bhutale supyate. So you have to sleep on a bed made of dried leaves. So that kind of bed on the ground, on that you have to sleep. Okay, that also, okay, we will pluck nice leaves and spread here and there nicely. No plucking and all that. So swayam bhagnasu parnashayyasu bhutale supyate. So they have to be swayam bhagnaha, by themselves whatever leaves have fallen. So they, on those leaf bed only you can sleep. Why I was thinking, why can't you pluck and put? So in forest the trees will be very tall. You cannot very easily pluck trees every day. I will shoot arrows and move the tree and put those leaves. It's not going to work out like that. So it's going to be very tall. So if you have gone to Sabarimala or anything, you would see somewhere you would be walking and there would be those depths of on the hill. If you go, so you look deep, somewhere down the tree will start, and then somewhere it will go tall, and then the leaves everywhere will be. So it's going to be a very huge trunk, and then the tree is going to be very big. So it's not easy that you pluck flower leaves and put there and sleep. It's not going to work out every day like that. Therefore, swayam bhagnasu parnashaya. Parna means dried leaves. So dried leaves are swayam bhagnaha. So by themselves, if they fall by themselves, then some bed will be there. I mean, some cushion will be there because of those leaves there. On such kind of beds on the ground, we have to sleep. Ratrishu shramakhinnena. A person who's tired in the night, he has to sleep on such kind of beds in the forest. Tasmat dukkhamato vanam ahoratrancha santoshah kartavyo nyatatmana phalair vrikshavapatikais site dukkhamato vanam. Even phalam also is like that. They are going to be huge somewhere. So tall trees, it's not that I can pluck daily, I will shoot arrows and whatever I want. It's not going to be like that. So vrikshaihi phalaihi vriksha avapatitaihi phalaihi. So fruits which have fallen from the tree, that is, I cannot, we cannot pluck them or anything, but vriksha avapatitaihi, fallen from the tree by themselves, by such fruits, phalaihi ahoratrancha santoshaha kartavyaha niyatatmana. A niyatatma, a person who has his senses under control. Why? To live in such circumstances is very difficult. You should not keep complaining, cribbing all the time. So niyatatmana, by such a person, ahoratrancha santoshaha kartavya. Day and night he only has to be happy, contented just by eating these fruits which have fallen by themselves from the trees. He site dukkhamato vanam upavasascha kartavyo yatha prane namaithili jata bharascha kartavyo valkalambara dharanam. So one more pathantaram is there, valkalambara dharina. So anyway, both not much difference. Upavasascha kartavyaha yatha pranena maithili. He maithili, he mithila rajaputri. So yatha pranena upavasaha kartavyaha. Yatha pranena means yatha balena. So as much as possible, you should be prepared for upavasam only, because we may not get food all the time. So if it's possible, you better have upavasam. That's how we have to live. I mean, so it's going to be difficult to get food all the time, because those fruits, if they fall only, we will get. Otherwise, no food for the day. So yatha pranena means yatha balam here, balanusarena. So yatha pranena upavasascha kartavyaha. So you have to perform upavasa. That is, you don't get food often. And then jata bharascha kartavyaha. So commentators nicely writing, you will not have hairstylists and all there. So nicely I will cut my hair time to time. So in 14 years, you can imagine how many times even Rama does not get hair cut and all that, shaving, all that is not there. Now if he goes, and then he comes back from to Ayodhya from the Vanavasam, then only again shaving. Valmiki will describe all that. So this jata will be forming, then the jata will be heavy to carry. Jata bharascha kartavyaha. And then also valkalambara dharanancha kartavyaha. This tree barks, that is valkala. Very going to be a very moving situation in Ayodhya. We will see Ayodhyakaanda. We will see. So this valkalambara dharanam. Ambaram means cloth. So valkala, tree barks alone are the clothes that we are going to wear. So that valkalambara dharanam also kartavyaha, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very difficult. देवतानां पितॄणां च कर्तव्यं विधिपूर्वकं प्राप्तानाम् अतिथीनां च नित्यशः प्रतिपूजनम्. So this is what I told you. So you better not come because all these pujas I have to do there means what? Actually, he has to say because I have to do all those pujas there, you better come. But anyway, Rama out of dukkham or he is trying to find reasons to stop Sita from coming. So he's telling. This is what I felt. Mind you, commentators are not speaking like that. Devatanam pitrunam cha vidhipurvakam kartavyam. So puja. So pratipujanam vidhipurvakam kartavyam. So for devatas and pitras etc. Nityasaha, not once or twice or not one day or another day. Daily we have to do devata pujanam, and then pitru karyam, pitru puja we have to do pratipujanam, and then vidhipurvakam we have to do. And for vidhis you have to acquire. So to do according to vidhi, so many things we have to acquire. And acquiring that in the forest is not going to be easy. Therefore, you better not come. And then praptanam atithinancha nityam pratipujanam kartavyam. So if some atithi comes, we ourselves may not have enough food. And then I might get one day suddenly two fruits we will get. And suddenly one atithi will come. We will give him one fruit. And he will say, my stomach, I'm still hungry. Then the other fruit also we have to give it to him. It's not going to be easy. So therefore, better don't come. Karyastribhirabhishekascha कार्यस्त्रिरभिषेकश्च काले काले च नित्यशः चरतां नित्यमेनैव तस्मात् दुःखतरं वनं. So त्रिरभिषेकश्च कार्यः. So thrice a day we have to take bath. Kale kale cha nityashah. Kale kale means at the appropriate times. Thrice a day we have to take bath. And don't think, okay, just weekly, how many days like this thrice a bath? No. Nityashah. Every day you have to take at the appropriate time. Thrice bath we have to take. And then charatam niyamena eva tasmat dukkataram manam. So niyamena charatam eva. So you have to, as even we are following all the niyamas, we have to take bath thrice a day. And then therefore tasmat dukkataram manam upaharascha kartavyaha kusumai swayamakrutaihi arshena vidhina vedyam site dukkamato vanam. Upaharascha kartavyaha. So upahara here means puja. We have to do puja also of how should we do? Kusumaihi, with flowers. Okay, flowers somebody will get, when we do puja in Ayodhya, somebody will come and keep the flowers ready by the time we come to the puja mandiram. No, swayamakrutaihi. So we have to go and collect the flowers, and then we have to come again and sit and do the puja. And then this is not going to be like in Ayodhya in the palace we have one altar ready. Daily we will come there, have bath and come there. By then everybody has kept ready. No. So daily we will be moving in the forest. So we have to build a Vedi also, an altar we have to build by ourselves daily, collect all the flowers, come here and sit and do puja. So Arshena Vidhina Vedyam. So here Vedyam also he is telling, so Swayam Nirmita Vedyam, etc. Commentators are telling something like that. So we have to build the Vedi by ourselves, and it's not like I will build as and how I like. It has to be Arshena Vidhina. So by the Rishi Prokta Vidhi, we have to do puja, we have to build the Vedi. God knows whether we will be in one place or daily moving. If we are moving daily, then daily we have to build one altar, daily collect flowers, and then daily come and do puja, etc. Therefore, tasmat dukkhataram manam site dukkhamato vanam. Therefore, ataha means therefore. Hey Sita, therefore vanavasam is dukkham. So better you don't come. Yatha labdhena kartavya santoshastena maithili yatha harair vanacharaihi site dukkhamato vanam. Hey Site, yatha labdhena kartavyaha santoshaha. Yatha labdhena means by whatever we get. Santoshaha kartavyaha. We have to be happy, contented with whatever we get. Whatever we get means whatever food we get. So who should be happy with whatever they get? So he's telling yathaharaihi vanacharaihi. By forest dwellers, vanacharaihi, by people who are living in forest. Means you and me. If we go to forest, this is how we have to live. And then yathaharaihi. Yathaharaihi means yathalabdhaharaihi. So by forest dwellers who live by whatever they get to eat, as even whatever they get, they will eat. By such people, they have to be happy by whatever they get, he's telling. So, yatha haraihi, yatha labdhena santoshaha kartavyaha. So who are those yathaharaihi? Vanacharaihi. So yathaharaihi becomes an adjective to vanacharaihi, people who live in the forest. So who are those people who live in the forest? How do they live? They live by sustaining on whatever they get, subsisting on whatever they get. And such people who subsist on whatever they get had to be happy with whatever they get also. Therefore, dukkhamatovanam. So site dukkhamatovanam. Ativa vatastimiram bubhu. Ativa vatastimiram. अतीव वातस्तिमिरं बुभुक्षा चास्ति नित्यशः भयानि च महान्यत्र अतो दुःखकरं वनं. हे सीते, ativa vataha, the winds are not going to be pleasant or something like that. It's going to be very fierce in the forest. And then ativa timiram, and then the darkness in the night also is going to be very dense. And then bubhuksha cha ativa. Bubhuksha is so the hunger, that is bubhuksha. So hunger also is not going to be little, because you walk a lot, do a lot of activity you have to do. Therefore, hunger also will be commensurate with that activity, will be very high. I mean, very very severe hunger also will be there. Asti nityasaha. Not that one day hunger will be more, one day hunger will be less. No. Every day you will have lot of hunger. And then bhayanicha mahanyatra. So bhayani, lot of bhayam here means lot of dukkham. Or you could say so bhaya hetu also, many bhaya hetus will be there, mahani. And then they are not going to be simple, easy, like when cockroach came and I pushed it away. No. He's going to say, oh, what are the insects that are going to come in the forest? It's not going to be like that. So big troubles, challenges will come in the forest. Ato dukkataram vanam sarisrpascha bahavo bahurupascha bhamini charanti pathite darpat ato dukkataram vanam. So sarisrpaha means insects that crawl, So sarisrpaha, reptiles you can say, or even insects that crawl. Bahavaha, there will be many such crawling, creatures. And then bahurupaha, there will be many of many species. So bahurupaha, you can say many species. And then bahavaha, many in number. Hey bhamini, hey dear lady, charanti pathite, te pathi, on your path. That is on our path when we are walking. These insects, etc., they pass by. These crawling, what should I say, creatures pass by. And then they don't care, oh, somebody is walking, they don't care like that. Their path, charanti. So they just go by their way, and if you come on their way, they will sting you. So darpat charanti pathite. Tataha dukkataram vanam. Tataha means therefore dukkataram vanam. Nadi nilayana sarpa nadi kutilagaminaha ishtanti avritya panthanam ato dukkataram vanam. So nadi nilayanaha sarpaha. Sarpaha, which are nadi nilayanaha. That means sarpas which reside in forest, in the rivers. So sarpas that reside in the forest, nadi kutilagaminaha. So they also sarpas also move like a nadi flows. That is in a zigzag way. The nadi doesn't flow, in a very smooth way. The larger picture of a nadi, if you see, it will be moving very zigzag way. Like that, the sarpa also nadi kutilagaminaha. So nadivat kutilagaminaha, you have to say. Tishtanti avritya panthanam. So your panthanam, your pathway, avritya tishtanti. The pathway will be filled by these serpents. Ato dukkataram manam. Patanga vrishtika kita damshascha mashakais saha badhante nityam abale sarvam dukkamato vanam. Again abale, he is telling him one. Patangaha, there will be patangaha means so birds. Patangaha, vrishchikaha, scorpions, kitaha, insects, damshaha, anything that bites or stings is called damsha. And then these things, so patangaha, vrishchikaha, kitaha, damshaha will trouble us. But how? Mashakais saha. Mosquitoes also will be there. So mosquitoes and these things. So mosquitoes itself is very difficult. In Ayodhya, maybe now and then one mosquito comes, you will feel disturbed. But then in forest, mosquitoes will be there, and additionally all these things, patanga, vrishchika, kita, damsha, these things also will be there. Badhante, they will always keep troubling us. Nityam, so not once or, someday, mosquito might be high, someday no mosquitoes, but in forest, these things will be always there. Hey abale, sarvam dukkham ato vanam. Therefore, vanam is always completely dukkham only. Drumah kantakinashchaiva kushah kashascha bhamini. Vane vyakulasha vane vyakula shakhagras tena dukkhamato vanam. Hey bhamini, hey dear lady, dhrumaha kantakinaha. So trees will be with thorns in the forest. And then kushaha kashascha. Kusha, kasha, these are all different types of grasses. They will also, on the path, these grasses will be strewn here and there, and they will also be having thorns. And then vane, in the forest, these forest trees and forest grass are kantakinaha. They will have thorns. And then vyakula shakha graha. So their shakha graha, the edges of their branches will be spread over. That is, their branch will be spread over completely. That is, we will be walking, suddenly one branch will come, and that edge, it will be pointedly edgy, etc. We have to be careful. So that's what he's trying to say. Vyakula shakhagraha drumaha. So these drumaha, kushaha, kashaha, they are kantakinaha, and also the trees are vyakula shakhagraha. Shakhagras means edges of the branches. Vyakula means spread over in all directions. In the vana, this is how it's going to be. Tena dukkhamato vanam. So therefore, living in forest is therefore difficult. Kaya kleshascha bahavo bhayani vividhani cha aranya vase vasato dukkhame vasadavanam. Kaya kleshaha bhavaha. So lot of physical inconveniences will be there, and then bhayani vividhani cha. So various kinds of threats will be there. Sources of fear will be there. Aranya vase vasataha. For a person who is living in the aranya, so for a person who is doing aranyavasa, for him physical inconveniences, threats, etc., there will be many. So dukkham eva sadavanam, therefore living in forest is dukkham only. Krodha lobhau vimoktavyo kartavya tapase matihi bhetavyan cha bhetavye dukkham nityamato vanam. So in the forest, you know how we should live. Krodha lobhau vimoktavyo. Krodha lobha, you have to completely give up. So suddenly, you know, today no food, therefore I get angry. Nothing you can do in that situation. Krodha you have to keep aside. Lobha, let us, you know, so today, oh, this apple tree, so many apples are there, let us carry so many apples for the next 10 days. You cannot do because you have to walk a lot. So Krodha, lobha, spontaneous explanations I came up with. Krodha and lobha. Why Krodha and lobha you have to keep aside? In general also you should keep Krodha, lobha aside. Why specifically he's telling in the context of forest living here? Perhaps this is the reason. Krodha lobho vimoktavyo, and then tapase matihi kartavya. So mind should always be engaged in tapasya. And then bhetavye na bhetavyam. Bhetavye means bhaya vishaye. So bhaya hetu vishaye. So anything that causes fear, anything that brings about fear, with such things na bhetavyam, you should not be afraid of. There will be many things that terrify us, but you should not be terrified. That is what he is telling. Bhetavye na bhetavyam. Dukkham nityam atovanam. Ataha, therefore, vanavasa is always dukkham. Like I told you, dukkham means dukkhadam. So it only source of lot of inconvenience, etc. Tavalam te vanam gatva kshemam nahi vanam tava vimrishan iva pashyami bahu doshakaram vanam. The iva, if I forget, remind me the iva here. Tadalam te vanangatva. So te vanangatva alam. So what she said. So now itself I'm already going in front of you. You come now. We will go to forest like that. Whatever she said so far. Tadalam. So like in Tamil we say. So poroni ponadalam poron. That means mentally she is going. You know in Telugu also we say chalu ellinanta chalu. So ippatike chalu. That is whatever so far you have spoken enough. Tadalam vanangatva. Vanangatva alam. What you have gone, that is enough. That is, you don't come physically, you don't come mentally, you thought about it, that itself is a big thing. Tadalam te vanangatva kshemam nahi vanam tava. Kshamam nahi vanam tava is one more patha. So perhaps vanam is not an appropriate place for you. That is what he is telling. But Tilakakara's patha is kshemam nahi vanam tava. So vanam is not for your welfare, hey Sita Devi. Therefore, so he told earlier, keeping your welfare in mind, I am suggesting all this. So Upasamhara also he is doing like that. You see Rama's words, what is it called? So what is the first thing called? Upasamhara. The first thing has some word. So Upakrama and Upasamhara. See, he started with the thing about her welfare. Upasamhara also he is doing about her welfare. Keeping your welfare in mind, I am telling all this. So Tava Vanam, that is Vanavasam Kshemam Nahi. It's not for your welfare. And then Vimrishan iva pashyami bahudoshakaram vanam. So Vimrishan, having thought about, it looks to me for sure that vanam bahudoshakaram iva pashyami. So I see that forest is filled with lot of dosha here means inconveniences, dukkham, etc. Lot of dukkham is there in the vanam. Like that, I see now he is telling, aham pashyami. But now you are not in the forest, you are in Ayodhya. How do you see? So as though I can see it directly, I am foreseeing all those things. That's what is Iva there. So Vimrishan Pashyami Iva, as though I am seeing it. So in Telugu say Kalla Kattinattuga. So as though, so it's very live telecast. As though I can see it for myself now. I know for sure as though I'm seeing it, because I can think about, I can foresee what all the problems could come in the future. वनन्तु नेतुं न कृतामतिर्यदा बभूव रामेण तदा महात्मना न तस्य सीता वचनं चकार तं ततोऽब्रवीद् राममिदं सुदुःखिता. So वनन्तु नेतुं न कृतामतिर्यदा बभूव रामेण tada mahatmana. So mahatmana ramena, by that mahatma Rama, vane netum matir yada nakrita. So as even Rama has made up his mind not to take Sita Devi to the forest, vane netum matihi yada nakrita, he has not. So very nice way, in fact he's not telling Rama has made up mind to not take Sita to forest. He's telling, Valmiki is telling, Rama has not yet made up his mind to take Sita Devi with him. That is, in the future, he's going to make up that mind. So, some hint here itself. Vane netum matihi yada nakrita. So far, so as of now, Rama has not yet made up his mind to take Sita Devi to the forest. So, and then, matir yada, so tada, so babhuva. So, बभूव, how to accommodate, vanantu netum na krita matiryada babhuva ramena. So krita babhuva, maybe if you take it that way, shloka 26. Yeah, krita babhuva, correct. So krita babhuva, na krita babhuva. So it's not that Rama has not yet made up his mind to not take Sita Devi as that happened. That is, as Rama is in this state, tada natasya Sita vachanam chakara. So here Sita, here vachanam nachakara means angikaram nachakara. Sita is not prepared to listen to his words. Sita is not prepared to, Sita is not convinced by whatever he is telling. So na vachanam chakara means na angi chakara. That is, she is not willing to accept his suggestion. Tam tataha abravid ramam idam sudukhita. So that sudukhita Sita, tam ramam tada idam abravid. She spoke the following words to that Rama in the context when he is not yet made up his mind to take her to the forest, and then Sita Devi is not accepting his suggestion, and she started speaking something that we will see in the next session. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmiki Adi Kavye Ayodhyakaande Ashtavinsha Sarga. Om यत्र यत्र रघुनाथ कीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम तत्सत्. श्री रामार्पणमस्तु.